pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Oilers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second down and 4. Haskins. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Down to the 27. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the Panthers' 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Derek Brown. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the shotgun, Haskins slings this deep from the point. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On for the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
At their own 25-yard line.
Darnold on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And it brings up.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Darnold. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Complete to DJ.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Second and 9. Darnold gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Oilers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
We've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins. Looking for McClellan, but this is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score: Panthers 14, Oilers 3.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now it's Haskins. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And he's got it up and through.
Panthers 21, Oilers 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
They run the counter. Gibson, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change names, I like your respect. Give them more than what I get expected at the back. In fact, I'm not
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremy Chin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And we'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Darnold. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inbounds inside the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. He's going for a Panther touchdown. For 13 yards out, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Oilers 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw in the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. It's Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. That one caught by Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haskins. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Panthers 28, Oilers 12.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Carolina.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here on 3rd down, Darnold. And there is lots of football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
DJ Moore.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down, Haskins. This is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,
and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Well, this will make it into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They're going to make a mix.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That possession, this is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Gibson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th
and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Pushing his way through. Get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well, trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Panthers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Third down, here's McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of it. That's just who they are.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The 49-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for two. One final shot for Haskins. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for Carolina, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.